You know that some verbs are followed by either gerunds or infinitives. However, some verbs can have both of them but deliver different meanings. All these three sentences have failed to communicate its message successfully. Can you see why? They should be used like this to be grammatically correct and to communicate their messages properly. Let's find out why. I'm going to introduce the 5 verbs that can be followed by both a gerund or an infinitive, but to express completely different meanings. The 5 verbs are remember, forget, try, stop, and regret. First, when you have a gerund after remember, this means the subject remembers something that happened in the past, something that he already did in the past. Look at this example. I remember writing a letter to Wesley. This sentence has exactly the same meaning as I remember that I wrote a letter to Wesley. So it means I wrote a letter in the past and I still remember doing it. However, if you have an infinitive after remember, it expresses a completely different meaning. Look at this example. I remember to write a letter to Wesley. This sentence means I remember that I have to write a letter to Wesley. According to this sentence, the speaker hasn't written the letter yet, and the speaker remembers that he should do it. Second, when you have a gerund after forget, this means the subject forgets something that happened in the past, something that he already did in the past. Look at this example. I forgot meeting him before. I forgot meeting him before. This sentence has exactly the same meaning as I forgot that I had met him before. So the speaker in this sentence met him in the past, but he just forgot about it. However, if you have an infinitive after forget, it expresses a completely different meaning. Look at this example. I completely forgot to meet him in the cafe and came straight home. This sentence means I forgot that I had to or was supposed to meet him in the cafe. In this sentence, the speaker did not go to the cafe to meet him because he completely forgot about it and just came home. Next, if you have a gerund after try, this means the subject has already done it or will definitely do it, most likely to see if something works. I tried reading a book, watching TV, and baking cookies, but I still felt bored. This sentence means I actually read a book, watched TV, and baked cookies. I tried all of them. However, if you have an infinitive after try, it expresses a completely different meaning. Look at this example. I tried to read a book, watch TV, and even try to bake cookies, but I couldn't focus on either of these activities. This sentence means the speaker made an effort to do all these activities. This sentence simply means the speaker made an effort to do all these activities. Next, when you have a gerund after stop, this means the subject stops an action or activity he was doing before. Look at this example. I stopped smoking last year. This sentence means I'd been smoking until last year, but I stopped and I haven't smoked since then. However, if you have an infinitive after stop, it expresses a completely different meaning. Look at this sentence. I stopped to smoke a cigarette. This sentence means I was walking, but I stopped in order to smoke a cigarette. In this sentence, the speaker wanted to smoke a cigarette and stopped somewhere to smoke. Or the speaker stopped doing something that he was doing before in order to smoke a cigarette. Lastly, when you have a gerund after regret, this means the subject regrets about an event or action that happened in the past. Look at this example. I regret selling my family home. This sentence means I have already sold the house and I have regrets about it. However, if you have an infinitive after regret, it expresses a completely different meaning. Look at this example. I regret to tell you that your grandpa passed away. This sentence means the speaker feels sorry to tell the news. Have a look at a summary of the 5 verbs that have different meanings when they have gerunds or infinitives following. Look at these exercises and fill in the blanks by using the word in the brackets. Think carefully about the meaning first.